Hello there, lovely Patreon people. It is Chris here. This is just a little test video, just a few minutes long, to make sure I can get this ONM tour video series thing working properly. I'm trying like a weird setup. I've got my phone on a tripod and then I've got my laptop, as you can see down here, kind of recording audio, and I'm going to mix them both. Obviously, when I do the final thing, it'll look a lot cleaner than this, and there won't be a laptop in the background, and the table will be cleaner and everything will just look a lot nicer. This is really just a kind of rough attempt just to make sure I know I can actually do it properly before I put a lot of time and effort into something that looks terrible. So this is the general idea. The magazine's here, the focus is locked, hopefully, so everything should work nicely. It should be in 4K resolution, so hopefully that'll look okay as well. My phone is known to skip a few times, like video, so that's part of the reason why I'm doing this, to make sure it doesn't do that. But generally, the magazine would be opened, obviously, and then I talk you through various bits and pieces. I don't know how I'd zoom into stuff. I'd probably take photos later and cut in, or I'd have to just bring it up like that. But then the zoom, I don't want to lose the focus, because nobody likes a camera going in and out all the time. So what I might do is just keep this one shot like this, and skip through the entire magazine with just one shot. And then later on, I'll record separate shots of closer in bits and cut into it if there's extra detail that needs to be seen. I'll take photos of it or whatever and cut to it so that people can see those bits in detail without me having to bring it up to the camera and totally mess up the focus and everything like that, which nobody really wants. As long as this initial shot looks the part, that's kind of the important thing. For those that don't know, this was issue 5. This is the first ever issue I worked on, so that was my wee face there. There's my cameo, my debut. So yes, I would look through it. I would obviously take it at one page at a time. I wouldn't just skim through it like I'm doing just now. But I'm just trying to look for something interesting that could be worth pointing out during this. We've got the Oliver twins being interviewed. Bit of Pac-Man there. Sonic Wildfire. What can we use? Contact. I've got a good story about that, which I'll save for the full one. And then yes, there's the E3 section. We talk about the Wii itself and Twilight Princess, etc. So let's say we talk about Twilight Princess, and I talk a bit about how this is an early demo of it, blah 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 blah. And during the early demo, while I'm talking about how there was an early E3 demo showing the guy playing it, this video will go down, and the full video, the E3 video will now appear, so people can see what I'm talking about while I'm talking about it. Say that here's the E3 demo of Twilight Princess, blah 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 blah, and you'll get to see it while I'm talking about it. And I'll obviously talk about it to a decent length, so that you'll get to see enough of the video to make it worth my while actually cutting out to it, which hopefully looks the part. And then it'll finish, the video will finish, and it'll cut back down to this, and then we'll move on, and we've got stuff like Galaxy, and again we've got the footage here of the man and the woman playing. That's taken from the trailer footage that they gave us as well, so ideally I'd bring that footage up now, and we'd skip to that as well, and you would get to see it running along with this going on in the background. So that's the general plan I've got for it. Obviously this one's going to be an interesting one because it's mainly previews, and I don't want to talk about a game too much until it gets to the review stage in the magazine, and then we'll properly get into it. The only exceptions are games like Final Furlong, because it ultimately didn't release, so I'll show the footage that we've got in the DVD of that, because it never got to review stage, it never came out, and stuff like Red Steel, that the trailer and footage for that was so different from the final game that I'll obviously show that, because at that stage it was different. Same deal with Rayman, which I think comes later on. So yeah, that's the general plan. I don't want to focus too much on these, because like I say, there's just a big feature about games coming up, and like I say, we get to those all eventually anyway. The only issue I'm going to have to try and figure out, and I've not done it in this test one because I've not figured it out yet, is getting DS footage. Obviously I've got my Wii and I can grab anything I want really on the Wii, but it's the DS is going to be a problem. I really don't want to have to resort to emulators, but it looks like I might have to, which is far from ideal, but we'll see, we'll figure it out. The reviews are the main bit. That's where not the main bit, because obviously the main bit is talking about the magazine and the stories I have, but the reviews it would be nice to go through a decent number of the reviews, almost like a kind of retrospective 14, 15 years later, kind of re-reviewing them almost. So like, for example, I'll not do the new Super Mario Bros. Because, like I say, I've not got DS footage sorted yet. But even if I didn't necessarily review it, I'll kind of go back to it anyway. But something like, no, not this one. Jesus, we reviewed a lot of crap. There, X-Men, the official game, which Tom gave 62%. I'll maybe go kind of give a summary of what the review said, and I'll grab some new footage of this game so that people can see what it actually looks like. So in a way, it's almost like a video version of the magazine, if that makes sense. So while part of it will be stories about the magazine, the making of the magazine and all that, I also want to kind of do like a definitive redo of each issue as well, because all these issues are gone. There's nothing online of them. If people don't own the issues, that's it. And so I'm hoping that this will be a nice way to kind of redo them. Not redo the work, because obviously I don't want to redo Tom's work or anything like that, but just give a bit of extra illustration to what happened back here by adding game footage and stuff like that. So, and there it is. That's my first ever review, 27%, and didn't get much better from there. So yeah, I will do all that, tips and usual shenanigans, Animal Crossing stuff, the letters page. Yeah, good times. So maybe read some of the letters out in comical voices. I'm sure that'll go down well. So yeah, that's the general idea. Like I say, I'll take a lot more time with it when I do it properly. But I just wanted to look at the setup and see how the setup looks and see if it's acceptable. It seems okay. Maybe even take some of these challenges on. But yeah, there we go. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you're happy enough with this setup, if it looks okay for you. And there we go. Hopefully we Tetris DS advert at the end. And yeah, so let me know what you think, and we will get stuck into it. I'm working on 2 really big reviews just now. They'll be done middle of the month roughly. So once they're out of the way, I can spend some time. I need to clear this room a bit because the room's an absolute mess. Let me take this camera off for a minute and show you what I mean. It's on a really tight games room, so I've got all my stuff that I'm trying to kind of clear up. I've got all my kind of game stuff there, but like there's got a big bin bag with loads of stuff that's going in it. I've got all my VHS tapes here that I need to work through. That's my light to try and get everything looking good. So yeah, I've got Dreamcast VMUs and many stuff, and then a plan for the book and everything. So everything's just an absolute mess just now. But once that's all sorted, it's party time. So bear with me, let me sort that out. Let me know what you think of this video, and when everything's all clean and looking good, we can get started with issue 5 properly. But yeah, cheers guys, let me know what you think. All the best. Cheers, bye.